My name is Judy, and I am living with ovarian cancer. Have been for over 20 years. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was very angry for about a month, and then I decided that was pretty fun, but it wasn't real productive. And we got work to do, so let's just get on with it.
Each case is different. For her, it's quite complex because she had surgeries in the past. So we're able to coordinate that from seeing a genetics counselor, her 2 surgeries, seeing the medical oncologist and radiation oncologist.
I'm there a lot.
To have all these under one roof, this is a service that's not available to all centers.
I love both of my oncologists, my surgeons. They think I go to the cancer center for treatment. I go there to see my friends.
I've been living with ovarian cancer for the past 8 years, thanks to the great care that I've received from the UNM Cancer Center.
There's nothing you can do to knock her down. If we get to a point where standard therapies aren't beneficial, we look at the hope of new technology.
There are very few centers doing first-in-human studies.
So fortunate to have this in New Mexico.
Deborah was patient number 4 in the world.
It's very cool. Makes me feel like I'm part of the solution.
So whatever we can do, whatever it takes to do that, whether it's standard treatments, clinical trials, new drugs, the longer we can do that, the more life you have to live. Allow her to live the quality of life, go out and ride the open roads and really live life.
For Ted and I, having that motorcycle, being out there with the wind in your face, it's just a freeing, wonderful way to be out there, and I can raise my hands and I can say thank you.
When I come out to the studio in the morning and open the kiln, they're born right then and there, and I get to see what happened. I started out my cancer journey as a professional artist, but at a certain point, I was unable to do that, and I had to take a break.
Here at the UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center, we treat patients like Rebecca as a team. Her surgeons, her medical, and her radiation oncologist all work together to take her through her treatments successfully.
He's a very artistic doctor. He and his family came to my studio, and he goes, "Rebecca, have I got the tools for you?"
So I gave her some scalpels, and she just loved them.
So I have a whole series of sculptures now that I call the 11-blade sculptures.
I tell her this should be called the Rajput Collection.
I went back to the cancer center, and my tumor was gone. I felt like I was beginning a new life. I tell people that my glass isn't half empty or half full, it's overflowing. My late husband, Gene Toby, was a professional artist when he and I met. And it was an interesting situation because my high school art teacher said I wasn't good enough to major in art. He and I got married, and he said, "What do you mean you're not good enough?" And after a year of working as his technician, I became a collaborator. So at that point, it became Gene and Rebecca Toby, and we began showing around the country. The bear is entitled The Gift, and he's pouring water from his hands into a basin that represents the parched earth.
You know, the bear has such a powerful meaning and symbolism in the Native American tradition for health. I've actually seen patients walking in to the cancer center. Before they come in, they stop at the bear and rub his back. And they wait a few minutes, and I've seen a patient put his head on the bear too before they come in.
They took such good care of him here at UNM. The doctors were amazing, and the team on the floor where he was at the time of his death was just incredible. And that's why I wanted to give this to them in his memory.
So she was just really still grieving the loss of her husband, and then came to find out that she actually had a cancer diagnosis as well.
I started out my cancer journey as a professional artist, but at a certain point, I was unable to do that, and I had to take a break.
So we sat down, we talked about the diagnosis, we talked about the treatment, what it would involve, and how we would get her through those treatments.
Ashraj just walked up and put his arms around me. When he hugged me, at that moment, I knew everything was going to be fine.
Now 2017, she's a very busy, active artist, so that's really rewarding to see that.
My husband's doctor was emphatic when he told me about coming out and touching the bear's shoulder. And when I touched the bear on the shoulder, I remember Jean.